YouTubers, and welcome back to another episode here on ESGNet of MLB 17, the show, Road to the Show with Ryu Itami, and this is episode 22 of his Road to the Show. So, we are getting close to the last part of August, and I think in the last episode we've seen Itami get back-to-back saves there in that final the first two games of that 3-game series with Philly. Episode, of course, started off not too well as he came into the game against Pittsburgh, gave up a 2-run home run, but they still won. Didn't get a save, and then he blew a save against Cincinnati, and then of course they ended up losing in extra innings. This one we're gonna go into the last part, or at least try to wrap up here in August. As we're still on MLB 17, the show. We're going to eventually move Itami over, but we're going to wait until we get this season done and over with so we can get all the XP, or I should say all the stubs here, so we can boost up his ratings and stuff before he goes over to that game. Of course, now there's no microtransactions anymore in that, so we can't really boost our players up. We have to boost them up by pretty much just the way it should be, grinding it out. So we'll see how he'll fare in that game. But first, we're going to still be in 17. So he's going to take on Danny Santana. 1 for 3 now for him for the day, as he's going to come in this game and see if he can pick up his 12th save of the season. As we'll see, there's nobody on board here. They have a 1-run lead here. That one gets through the infield there. First baseman, where the hell was you at on that one? As that is now got the tying run on board here. As we'll get to the next batter here, we'll see an 0-1 count here. Looking for a double play here. This one is going to get skied out to right field. No problem there. And, of course, the runner at first will have to stay. So, Itami gets a break on that one. As now Anthony Rendon's going to come up to bat. 0 for 3 for him. We'll see what he can do now here coming up in his at-bat. As still runner on first here, 0-1 count, and Rendon hits this one, and this one's going to get lifted out to right field. And anytime you see guys hit the ball like that, you kind of just like, okay, is it going to eventually come back down, and it is going to stay in the ballpark? So that one does stay in the ballpark there, as we'll see now Jason Worth coming up to bat. 2-2 count here, and 2-1 on, and there you see they strike him out, and that is going to be a ball game. Thank goodness, because Worth is a power hitter here, and he can just do some damage and really just blow up the game. But they'll win this one, and it's a close one. No shutout, 1-0 shutout there against the Nationals, as Ryu picks up his 12th save of the season, and of course 1 inning of work, 1 hit, and 1 strikeout there in that one. So Andrew Cashner picked up his 6th win, and we'll see that the Padres still, they're just playing for some pride right now, as the season's pretty much over for them. No chances of really going to the postseason, as they're 20-something games out of first place. But they would like to play spoiler, so we're going to try to see if they're going to play spoiler. And, I think we got a couple of divisional games coming up here. I think, we got the Giants, matter of fact, we're going to see here in just a bit that he's going to be pitching against. Of course, Dodgers also in the mix there. We got to try to see if we can try to ruin their plans, and because I think the Dodgers and Giants right now are battling for, of course, the top spot there in the NL West. As you see Itami's numbers there, and, of course, his training numbers. So we'll go ahead and sim here and get to the second game of the series here at home against San Fran. As you see, it's going to go to the 9th inning, go to the top of the 9th. It's a 4-3 ball game. We are up by a run, and we're going to see if we can get save number 13 now for Itami. So unlucky number 13 here for Itami. As we'll see the pitch here, this one is going to get belted high and deep, but it's going to stay in the ballpark there, and the left fielder will be able to track that one down. Nice job, as he does get the catch there. Now Tomlinson now coming up to bat. He'll pitch hit here in this one, as we'll see him get up to the plate here, as he has a 2-2 count, nobody on board, and 1 out, and now he is out number 2 now, as the Giants chances now of trying to come back in this one is coming down to an end to this last at bat here. Garcia up to bat. He will pitch hit. And we'll see here with a 1-2 count. Nobody on board. 2 outs. Swing and a miss there. And that is Itami's 13th save of the season. Congrats to him. Now, he has now had, 4 saves in a row now here. Combining the last 2 games and the first 2 games of this episode so far. Last 2 from the previous episode. So he's on a pretty good tear right now. He's got a good thing going for himself here. And, of course, San Diego playing spoiler to, I believe, our divisional leader there. Doesn't really bump us up any closer to the top spot. But it does help out the Dodgers there to try to get that number 1 spot there in the division. So there you see his performance numbers there. And you guys can pause the video and check those out. But for the most part there, just 1 inning of work, 2 strikeouts. His average, or his ERA I should say, is around 1.31. So a nice victory there for the Padres, getting that 1-run victory. So Tommy, there you see his numbers there for training. As we'll go ahead and get into the next game here. It's going to be against the Dodgers. And it's going to be him coming in the top of the 9th once again here. And with a 2-1 trailing now here in this one. We're trying to see if we can get the team stay here where they're at and try to at least help them out to get over to the bottom half of this inning to get some runs for themselves. So we'll try to see if we can maintain with the Dodgers here in this one. As that's a nice strikeout there to Grinnell as he takes a swing and a miss. Now up to bat here is Vince Slight. And Vince Slight, well, you might as well just go ahead and go back to the dugout because you're going to have to take a seat. So he will strike out. And then finally here, we'll see a pitch here as this one goes to the shortstop there. And they'll try to see if they can turn this one. And they do so. And that is it for the inning. So Dodgers will hold on to that victory there and the lead. And they'll get the 1-run victory. 2-1 is your final score for the Dodgers. So the Dodgers picked up the victory. Tommy, of course, 1 inning of work, 2 strikeouts, and his ERA drops down to 1.28. So nice job there for Tommy, just doing his work there, just trying to maintain the lead, or trying to maintain the game and keep the game close. But unfortunately, the Padres just could not get themselves up and going again there in that last inning. So there you see excuse me, some of the training numbers there for Tommy and what he is able to of course we credit to him and going on to his training. Take a look at the Padres right now. Like I said, last place right now. Now they're 34 games out of first place. They're in a 4-game losing skid here. As there you see the Rockies got 2-game winning streak going for themselves, and the Dodgers got a 3-game winning streak there. As the Giants are kind of slipping, some they've lost, I believe now. I think it said 2 straight there, so they are starting to slip down some, losing some ground there in the division. As you see, Jed Jerko here for the Cardinals here. We start off in this first game here against the Cardinals. Actually, it's the second game actually, as Tommy will come in here in this one. And we have a 1-run lead here on them. We'll see, of course, we got Jed Jerko out on that play. It's now Cal Gill will come up to bat here, 0-for-3. And we kind of been able to maintain his bat as he'll swing and miss there on that one. And that will be a second strikeout now for Tommy here tonight. So now, Johnny Peralta, yeah, if you guys have been following the Cardinals series here, the franchise here on the channel, he's been tearing it up, but we'll see if we can keep him quiet here in this episode here of Road to Show. And it looks like we get the ground out and we get him out there. Nice job there from the defense, stepping up and taking their time, making a nice throw over first to Johnny Peralta and getting him out there on that one. So Padres, if we get the victory there, they win this one 2-1 in game 2 of this series here. They're hoping to take game number 3 here and try to take this series 2-1. As we'll take a look here and see Ryu's performance numbers there. And of course, Just coming in that one inning there, trying to pick up that save. He picks up save number 14 now for the season, and his ERA now at 1.25. So we'll see, continue on here, and I believe we're going to go to the final game of this series. It's game 3 against the Cardinals there, as it's a 6-5 ball game here. Let's go to the top of the 9th here, and look who's up. Johnny Peralta. He's up to bat again here. He's 1 for 3. He's singled, and we'll see if we can keep him off the base pass here. As this one hits up there, that was going to knock down for a base hit. And Peralta, there you see his speed there. Not great speed, but speed enough there to get him a double. And they will go ahead and he will be, they'll go ahead and send him at, keep him at second there. As you take a look at Peralta's bat there, and just a good swing there. It's been a lot of fun playing with him and a couple others there on that Cardinals franchise there. Stay tuned for more episodes of that. It's not going to go away anytime soon here. It will eventually be brought over to MLB 18. But we'll go back here to the next batter here. And drop pitch there. And Johnny Peralta going to go ahead, and he is going to be taken over to second there. Safe. As he gets a steal now. Next batter here. Rose up the middle here. Keeping Peralta at third. Making the play at first. And that is going to be out number 1. So Itami in trouble now as Molina tried to move the runner over. And Diaz now comes up the pitch hit now to see if he can bring Peralta here. And try to bring in that run there at third base. So that runner at third base right now is crucial for the Cardinals. As we'll see Diaz here. He makes a nice hit over to third. Third baseman makes a nice grab. And Diaz cannot believe it. And trying to make a tag on there on Peralta, but Peralta gets back to first. So now Colton Wong here, 2 for 4. He tripled, doubled, and a run already for him, as he's had a very exciting night here. As this is going to be a chopper, and Itami's going to make a play there at first. Can he make it? Yes, he does. Nice job on that fielding and that play there on that ball, and that will be a victory there for the Padres, as the Padres win this one. Final score 6-5. As Itami gets his 15th save of the season. Nice job there for him, number 15, as he did a great job here closing that door up, especially with a runner on board at third, putting all that pressure on himself there. He did a great job, and that is going to definitely help him out here in negotiation talks when his contract's up again here, which I believe will be at the end of this season here. And or if unless he gets traded like he did last season from the A's to San Diego, but we'll see his performance there, and great numbers indeed there. But we'll see there. You see his training numbers there. For the most part here, he had a pretty good episode. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or so 4 saves in this game. Of course, that game against the Dodgers was just getting some work out there, as they lost that 2-1 there against the Dodgers there in that episode. But there you see, we're got one more game actually in that series with St. Louis. We'll see if we can wrap that up as we get done with the month of August, and now we're in the month of September, and just kind of winding down here as we've got about 3 more weeks left of the season, and we'll see if we can go ahead and wrap this up and get things going here and get into the off season for Ryu, and bring him, at least eventually bring him over to MLB 18, the show. So stay tuned for that, you guys, as we wrap up the dog days of summer. The September run here is going to be coming up here. We'll show a couple more games here, and hopefully we can wrap up this second season for Ryu Itami. If you guys enjoyed today's episode, please leave a like. Also, don't forget to subscribe if you have not yet subscribed. Also, don't forget to hit that bell notification. Some of you guys have been saying you guys haven't been notified on when videos coming up here, and that's hit that bell notification. That'll let you guys know and notify you guys when videos are being released. Also, find us on social media. Be a part of the ESGN Nation, as you guys can follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Discord for the latest news and events on here for the channel, and not to mention what's going on in sports gaming and in sports in general. So thank you guys again for watching, and as always, keep yourselves healthy, and I will see you guys next time.